The moment I slid my wedding band across the polished oak table and watched it spin to a stop against Mark's knuckles, the entire backyard barbecue went silent except for the hiss of the grill and the distant bark of a neighbor's dog. 23 faces froze mid-laugh, mid-sip, mid-bite. My wife, Lauren, stood 3 feet away with a platter of watermelon in her hands, and the color drained from her cheeks so fast I thought she might drop the fruit and shatter it like everything else between us. I hadn't planned the gesture. I'd rehearsed a dozen speeches on the drive over, calm, cutting, dignified. But the second I heard Sarah's drunken joke about Lauren's backup lover, something inside me snapped clean in half. The ring was the only thing I could think to give him. A symbol. A surrender. A question no one in that circle had the guts to ask out loud until now. 2 hours earlier, I'd been the guy flipping burgers and pretending the knot in my stomach was just hunger. Lauren had invited her entire book club crew plus their plus ones to celebrate the end of summer. I liked most of them. Sarah and Jen could be loud, but they'd helped us move twice. Mark, tall, easy smile, always wearing those stupid linen shirts, was the newest addition. He'd started tagging along 6 months ago after Lauren mentioned a work friend who loved craft beer. I'd shaken his hand, offered him a cold one, and never thought twice. The evening unfolded like any other. Kids chase fireflies. Someone cued a 90s playlist. I manned the grill while Lauren floated between conversations, touching shoulders, refilling glasses, the perfect hostess. Every time she laughed, I felt it in my chest the way I had the first night we met at that dive bar in college. She'd spilled half a pitcher on my shoes and apologized by buying me a replacement drink with a 20 she'd found in her bra. I married that fearless sparkle. Or I thought I had. The first crack appeared around sunset. Jen cornered me near the cooler, eyes glassy from Rose. "You're a saint, Nate. Seriously. If my husband worked the hours Lauren does, I'd have a side piece too." She said it with a wink like we were in on the same cosmic joke. I laughed it off, but the words lodged under my ribs. Then Sarah took the stage, literally. She climbed onto a picnic bench, wine sloshing, and announced a toast. To Lauren, who juggles spreadsheets, spin classes, and let's be honest, a very understanding backup lover. The group roared. Someone wolf whistled. Mark raised his bottle with a grin that looked almost proud. Lauren's smile faltered for half a second. She recovered with a playful eye roll and a "you're all terrible," but her gaze flicked to me across the lawn. I was already walking toward them, the ring burning a hole in my pocket. I'd taken it off in the car on the way over, telling myself it was to clean the grill grease from my hands. Lies we tell ourselves are the sharpest. Mark saw me coming. His grin shrank. "Hey man, it's just..." I didn't let him finish. I placed the ring on the table between us like a poker chip in a game no one else knew we were playing. The white gold caught the string lights and threw tiny rainbows across his shocked face. "Congratulations," I said, voice steady even though my heart was trying to punch through my sternum. "She's all yours." A collective inhale sucked the oxygen from the yard. Lauren's platter hit the grass with a wet thud. Watermelon rolled like severed heads. "Nate." Her voice cracked on the second syllable. I turned to her, and for the first time in 12 years I didn't recognize the woman standing there. The freckles across her nose, the way her left eyebrow arched when she lied. Everything familiar suddenly foreign. "How long?" I asked. The silence stretched until a child whimpered somewhere near the swing set. Sarah tried to laugh it off. It was a joke, Jesus, get a grip. But no one joined her. Mark found his voice first. "Look, this is blown way out of." "Answer the question, Mark." I didn't raise my voice. I didn't need to. The calm terrified me more than anger would have. He glanced at Lauren. She was shaking her head, tiny frantic movements, like a trapped bird beating itself against glass. "Tell him," she whispered. "Tell him it's not what he thinks." But Mark's shoulders sagged, and I knew. God, I knew. "For months," he said. The words landed soft but detonated everything. "It started as drinks after a client dinner. I swear I didn't mean. For months." I repeated it to taste the rot. While I'd been working doubles to pay off the mortgage early. While I'd been planning a surprise weekend in the mountains for our anniversary. While I'd been falling asleep to the sound of her breathing and thanking whatever cruel universe let me keep her. Lauren took a step toward me. "Nate, please. It was a mistake. I was lonely and the project was insane and you were always gone. Stop." The single word sliced the air. Don't you dare make this about my hours. Tears carved clean tracks through her sunscreen. I love you. I do. This was nothing. Nothing. I laughed and it sounded like breaking glass. You let your friends joke about it in our backyard. You brought him here. To our home. That's not nothing, Lauren. That's a neon sign. Sarah tried again. Okay. Everyone just take a breath. No, I said. Everyone can stay and breathe. I'm done. I started walking. Past the coolers, past the string lights, past the life I'd built, one mortgage payment, one inside joke, one Sunday morning at a time. Lauren ran after me, barefoot, grabbing my arm. Wait. We can fix this. Counseling, whatever you want. I stopped under the maple weed planted the year we got married. Its leaves were already turning, blood red against the dusk. I want the truth, I said. All of it. Tonight. And then I want you to pack a bag. Her face crumpled. You're throwing me out? No. I'm leaving. The house is yours. You always said you hated the commute from the east side anyway. I pulled the spare key from my pocket, the one I'd carried since the day we closed, and pressed it into her palm. Her fingers closed around it involuntarily. Behind us, the party had dissolved into hushed clusters. Someone turned off the music. A phone flashlight bobbed as Jen herded kids inside. Mark stood by the table, my ring still spinning lazily beside his abandoned beer. Lauren's voice dropped to a broken whisper. I never wanted to hurt you. But you did. The simplicity of it winded me. Every time you came home and kissed me like nothing had changed, you hurt me. Every time you let me plan our future while you were building another one, you hurt me. She sank to her knees in the grass, key cutting into her fist. I crouched, not to comfort her, but to look her in the eye one last time. I deserved the truth, Lauren. Not jokes. Not pitying glances from your friends. The truth. A sob tore out of her. I was scared. You're everything good, Nate. And I thought if I just kept the bad parts separate. There are no separate parts. I stood. There's only us. Or there was. I walked to my truck, gravel crunching like bones under my boots. In the rearview mirror I saw Mark pick up the ring, turn it over once, then set it back down like it burned him. Lauren stayed on the ground, small beneath the tree weed named after our future daughter we never had. The engine caught on the first try. I didn't look back again. 3 miles down the road, I pulled over beneath a street lamp and let myself cry. Ugly, snot-nosed, shoulder-shaking sobs that tasted like copper and goodbye. When it passed, I wiped my face on my sleeve and stared at the pale circle on my finger where the ring had lived for 12 years. I thought about driving to my brother's or a motel or straight off a bridge. Instead, I opened my phone and deleted every photo of us. Not out of spite, out of mercy. Some images you can't unsee, and I needed to start forgetting. The last thing I did before pulling back onto the road was roll down the window and let the night air slap me awake. Somewhere behind me, a marriage lay in pieces on a stranger's picnic table. Ahead, the highway stretched dark and endless. I drove toward it anyway. 1 mile, one breath, one heartbeat at a time. The ring was gone, but the scar it left would remind me. Love isn't a promise kept in secret. It's a vow spoken in daylight, defended in public, and surrendered only when every other option has bled out.